Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I am Aika from the Frugal Budget Mom, and I create videos on budgeting, cash stuffing, savings, and debt-free journey. In today's video, I'll be sharing you my last paycheck for the month of April, which amounts to 17,100 pesos. I will be using the money to pay for my fixed bills and cover my variable expenses for the first half of May. Before we get started, if you're new here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of my future videos. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for the continued support. Also, if you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and leave a comment below. I love hearing from you guys, and it helps me create more contents that you enjoy. Alright, let's get into today's video. First, let's talk for my income. So this is my calendar for the month of May. I have here the dates for my bills and the payday. So let's get here. So I am using the Budget by Paycheck workbook from the Budget Mom. It's a printable. I got it from Printable. So first, let's talk about my income. My last paycheck for the month of April will be a total of 17,100 pesos because let's transfer it here, and then okay, so last paycheck I received income, I received 13,600 and Baba receives 3,500. And we have a total of plus 1,100. We're going to budget this for our first half. This is my net income after taxes and deduction. It's important to always know your net income because it is the amount you actually have to work in when creating your budget. Now let's move on to my fixed expense for the month of May. These are expenses that are the same every month and are necessary for my day-to-day life. First, I have child care. Child care for my little one, which cost 3,000 pesos per month, but for this paycheck I'm going to cut it for 1,500. And the next one, I have tuition expenses for my son who is already on kindergarten, which is 1,500. That is on the 5th. And next, I also have the sinking fund with my office mates, which is 500. We give it. This is every 15th and 30th of the month. And next is Netflix, which is I allocate 400 pesos per month. And then for my internet bill, let's just fix this one. For my internet bill is 1,700, but I'll split it for today's paycheck only. For we're going to have 1,000. This is on the 24th of the month. And for Santa Cruz is an event here in the Philippines every May. This is the first. We'll give it a 3,500. And I also have SP Later. It's like a credit card but online with Shopee. 6th. That gives us 600. And finally, I have a cushion, which is 500 pesos per paycheck. I allocate this 500 pesos every paycheck. So okay, so we have 1,500 plus another 1,500 plus 500, 4, 1, 3, 5, 600 and 500. We have a total of 9,500 for the bills. And now we're going to subtract it from our income, our income 100 minus the bill total 950, which give us 7,600 left. We have 7,600 left here to budget. Now let's talk about our variable expense for the month of May. These are expenses that fluctuate from month to month and can be adjusted depending on my needs. First, we have eating out. Eating out will be having 2,000 pesos. And then next we have groceries. We have 500 pesos because I still have left over from the previous months. And for fun expense, we have 300. And for gas will be having 500 because it is because a motorcycle is our main mode of transportation to office. Then next is fare. Fare will be having 300 pesos also. And personal expense and miscellaneous will be having 300 each, so we have 600. Personal care, which is items that includes shampoo, soap, and other toiletries. And next we have laundry. Laundry will be getting 300 pesos, and household is 200 pesos. And for my sons, baby allowance will get 200 pesos, and Baba will get 1,500. Now let's check. So 2,000 plus 500, 300, 500, 300, 600, 300, 2, 2, and 1, 5, which gives us a total of 6,400 for variable expense. Adding all these variable expenses up, I have a total of 6,400 in variable expense for the month of May. And our leftover will be 7,600 is 1,2. So this 1,200, we're going to allocate this for our sinking fund and savings. I've almost forgot. This is the paycheck of April 30, 2023. So now let's talk about my sinking funds and savings for the month of May. These are expenses that I set aside money for each month and save up for future expense. First, I have a sinking fund for clothing. Clothing will be having 100, and next is for education expense, which is be getting 200 pesos. And a sinking fund for Mother's Day, it is this month, I think it's the second Sunday of the month, we'll be getting 200 pesos. And for business fund, we'll be getting also 200 pesos. And medical expense, medical will be getting 300. Having a medical fund is essential because, unexpected expenses can arise at any time. And finally, for my emergency fund, which is 200 pesos. An emergency fund is a saving account that I set aside for unexpected expenses or financial emergencies. It's important to have an emergency fund in place to protect yourself from financial hardships in case of unexpected events. Now that we have all broken down my expenses for the month of May, let's see. Now let's add up our sinking fund and savings. 100 plus 200, 200, another 200, 300, 200. So we got a total of 1,200 here for our sinking and savings fund, and our leftover will be 0. So our total income is 17,100 minus the bill total is 9,500 minus our variable envelope. We have 6,400 minus 1,200 for the sinking fund. So let's see. 1,700 plus minus 5,000, 9,500 minus 6,400 and 1,2. Got 0 because we're using the zero-based budget. So my sinking fund, subtracting all the expenses in my income, we have 0 pesos left. Then looking at my budget, it seems like I have a room to adjust my expense. For example, I want to reduce my eating out budget and allocate more funds on groceries instead. I can also reduce my personal care fund and allocate more funds for my sinking and savings funds. It's important to remember that a budget is a living document and it's okay to make adjustments as needed. Thank you for watching this Budget with Me vlog and for joining me as we break down my income and expenses for the month of May. By properly allocating your budget, we can make sure that we can have enough for our fixed bills and variable expenses and sinking and savings fund. Remember, budgeting is not just restricting ourselves from spending. It's about being aware of where our money is going and making sure that we prioritize our needs over our wants. By doing so, we can achieve our financial goals and have a better understanding of our financial situation. Make sure to track your expenses and adjust your budget as needed to make sure that you're staying on track with your financial goals. Don't forget to watch for my next cash stuffing video, where I'll be sharing with you how I organize and allocate my cash envelopes for the month. If you have any questions or suggestions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more videos on personal finance and budgeting. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on my next one. Bye.